Last episode of Factions was episode 850, the season finale of one of the most chaotic seasons of Factions we ever had here on Factions Chrome. But at the end of the video, you probably realized we still don't know who won F-Top. Heck, I didn't even show you the F-Top values, because in order to understand this video, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to want to make sure you at least saw the end of episode 850, because basically it all comes down to this big debate. And here's what I'll show you. I will show you the F-Top values right now to give you some background, make sure you know what's going on. And then we've got Q Hussey on the line right now. Also, Wild's here as well as my assistant detective. And we are going to get to the bottom of this today, and we're going to figure this out. So, F-Top right now, according to it, Temper is in first place with $1.4 billion, and Empire is in second with $1.2 billion. All this means, it doesn't mean anything. All it means is that the spread between them is what, like $220 million, and Zamosa and everyone was saying that it was around $300 million was taken from that Bedrock Vault, which is the debate, is about the Bedrock Vault. Not the one Wild and I raided, the one that Max Ernst TP'd everybody into. You guys lost 300 million, or Empire lost 300 million because of that raid. So the debate is, was that raid a glitch, or was that raid legit? If it was legit, Temper wins. If it was a glitch, Empire wins. And that's what we are getting to the bottom of today. So, Q Hussey, I don't know, just right now, what's your background? Did you watch the video? Did you kind of hear, you know, the edited parts of what Max Ernst had to say about himself?
Yeah, I've heard all the bullshit he said.
Okay, and you know we brought up the chat logs, like we've got everything, alright? Like I've seen everything. So before we get this thing started, we're just gonna do some weird version of, here, I'll give you a book, and yes, I know, I book jokes, yeah, get ready for it, but we need to this. So Q Hussey, here, take this, dude. And I need you to solemnly swear that you will tell nothing but the truth, alright?
Okay, I swear the God and the Archon that I will not lie, or I will be truthfully and tell you the truth.
Okay, thank you, QS. Alright, he is now sworn on the Archon book that I just magically made appear in my inventory. Alright, thank you, QS. Okay, so, you know, basically I'm going to bring it up, and again, I may not put the pictures of the chat logs on here because I did it on the last episode, ladies and gentlemen. You can see it all there, and we went over it all. But Q-Hus, really, we saw chat logs, and at around, I think, 12:55 Eastern it was, or 12:35, somewhere around that time yesterday, you TP'd Max Ernst somewhere, and a minute and a half after you TP'd him, he set his home E, and that is the home E that was in the Bedrock. So, you gotta try and explain yourself, or agree with what he said. You need to tell me the truth right now. What's your side of the story? And please speak up and make sure everyone can hear. Let's hear it, buddy.
Okay, so first of all, the chat logs are right. He didn't do anything with them. I TP'd him not inside, but inside the TP glitch layer. I did that because he was gonna give me all these spawners, but he didn't give me anything. And I mean, two hours after that, he was inside the Bedrock Vault, and yeah.
Okay. Now here is the issue though. With the chat logs, you're saying you TP'd him outside of, in the glitch layer. So there was, because he already had his home set outside of the Bedrock, like just at the bottom of your base somewhere. And then why did you TP him into the glitch layer? Like, why did you TP him there? Why didn't you meet him randomly? What was, because you were trying to do an IG deal or something. What was the point of TPing him into the glitch layer?
Gain more trust.
To gain more, oh, so you wanted to see what he would do.
What he told us earlier, he said that he thought we were gonna kick him and stuff, but we never thought we were gonna kick him or scam him or anything like that.
Okay, so you weren't gonna kick him. You were just trying to gain his trust and see if he was actually gonna give you the IGs. So you TP'd him into the glitch layer, is what you're saying. Yeah. Now, here is the other issue as well. Right after you TP'd him, he said he typed TP yes. A minute and a half, no longer than 2 minutes after that, he set his home E, his final home E, which is what it was in the Bedrock Vault. So within that minute and a half, he had to have gotten into the base, because after that, according to the chat logs, he did not set home E again. And his home E, I checked his home E at the end of the night, and that it was inside the Bedrock Vault. So either Like, when you saw him, did you see him for the next 2 minutes? Because in that 2 minutes, that is when he said his home, according to the chat logs.
No, I did not see him.
You did not. So you TP'd him there. You messaged him, and you are saying you weren't there after that. You left, and you think he glitched right after that within those 2 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's Q Hussey's side of the story. And again, ladies and
I
gentlemen,
left like straight away, or not straight, like a minute, or because he didn't give the spawner straight away.
You left right away, which I
thought he was
understand.
gonna give me the spawner.
And I do understand. Like, I understand both sides, because Wild, when say you were TPing it in somewhere insane, Wild. Why, like, a minute and a half seems short, but that's a lot of time to wait, right? Well, like, I mean, if I got into some crazy bedrock vault spot or something, I'd be setting my home within the first 10 seconds. Now, I'm not siding with anyone. I'm just trying to make it clear here. We are neutral. I know we want to win, obviously. Like, we want our allyship to win, but it doesn't matter. When it comes down to this, we need fairness. We need to find out what was done legit and who is the real winner. It's not about who your favorite team is, etc. It's about who is the real winner and who really earned this $2,000 prize, because both teams worked hard and we're trying to get to the bottom of it. Okay, so that is your opinion on that. That is one thing I wanted to hear. And now I need your another opinion here is... So Max Earns said that when you TP'd him, so the thing that's not adding up is Max Earns said that you TP'd him right into the Bedrock Vault. You TP'd him right in there. You're saying you TP'd him into the glitch layer. So regardless, those are your two differing opinions here. Someone's lying, someone's telling the truth. There is also an argument if the Bedrock Vault was filled or not. So Max Earns said that when he first got in there, because I think it was like 9 hours afterwards or 8 hours afterwards is when he started TPing people in. He said that when you TP'd him in, or I guess when he glitched in, whatever it was, that the Bedrock Vault was empty. Was it empty?
That Bedrock Vault have been filled for like 2-3 weeks.
That Bedrock Vault has been filled for 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, and do you have any sort of, I mean, I know it doesn't really make sense to have any proof of that, because I was trying to think, how could we prove that? Because that could also do something too, but that's not really going to work out, I don't think, is it? I don't think we'll be able to get proofs. So you guys say it was full, Maxern says it wasn't full. So those are the two debates, and I was hoping this was going to be easy, and, Q Huss would admit to something crazy, but Q Huss is sticking with his story, Maxern is sticking with his story, and I have no freaking clue who's right. So, let's see. Let's take a pause here. We now have Max Earns on the line to kind of... I mean, we've heard it all. This is going to be very, a lot quicker than yesterday, I'll say, Max, from the talk we had yesterday. But now we have Q Hussey and Max Earns on the line. So, Max Earns, Q Hussey has just said that when he TP'd you, when we saw that, he TP'd you into the TP glitch layer. And I don't know what, yeah, he TP'd you into the TP glitch later, and then I made it clear to him a minute and a half after that, he was in, you would have had to TP glitch within a minute and a half, and Q Hussey would have had to TP away. So, Max Earns, I don't know if you have a response to that or anything to say, go ahead.
That's false. That's a lie.
That's false, that's a lie, okay? And I think the issue here is Max Earns and Q Huss, you guys got some beef, eh? Like, Max Earns, how do you feel about Q?
I think he's really salty right now.
Okay.
I think he's about to cry.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Q, how do you feel about Max?
I mean, he makes hacks client. What can I feel about him?
Oh my god, okay. Okay, he's calling Max out mid-call here. Alright, so my point is that obviously, both of these things didn't happen. You guys are saying opposite things. One of you is telling the truth, and one of you is just lying straight out of your butt. And the proof we have, everything we have, it doesn't allow me to choose a side. So, I mean, I guess, Q Hussey, we just heard you explain it. Max Earns, if you want to explain quickly one more time, just for the people that may not have seen the end of the episode, and then we may leave this up to the jury. We'll see. Let's hear your side one more time, Max, as we've just heard Q Hussey's. Just the actual part where he TP'd you in, what you guys kind of, how long he stayed there, what you saw, etc. Go ahead. In a minute or so. Do your thing.
Okay. So, I was traveling, looking for their vault. I saw the empty vault under their base. I was looking around. I see this enclosed vault area that's made out of bedrock. I try to get in by prowling through the small hole. but that enclosed area you can't really get in through a pro. So I see Kihusi. Kihusi, I tell him not to kill me. He then says something about some deal. I guess he wanted me to use my store my spawners in there or something. I don't know what he was trying to do, but he TP'd me inside that bedrock vault. I set my home. It was completely empty, and then later on in the day, I went to my home and I saw him in there, where there was a bunch of spawners and stuff in there.
Okay, so so he TP'd you into the home, and that's when you guys messaged saying you weren't gonna do it. You set your home, there was nothing there, and you're saying you came back later and there was stuff there.
Yep.
And that would have been about 8 hours or later. And Qhus basically said that he TP'd you in the glitch layer, and that this thing has been loaded for 2 or 3 weeks. And he kind of said like he said why would it have not been filled? Why would they have randomly filled it up that day? Is what he said. So those are the two stories. I mean, other than that, Wild, can we get anything else here? I mean, you're my assistant detective here, dude, or assistant judge, and I think we've heard both sides of the story. We've brought up the proof in the last episode of the conversation actually happening. The info, the truth, the facts is Max Ernst was TP'd somewhere by Q Hussey, and right after that, within a minute and a half of Q Hussey TPing Max Ernst to some spot, Max Ernst set home E, and that is the last time he set home E until he went home E and TP'd people in 8 hours later. That he didn't change it after that minute and a half set home. So those are the facts. These are their guys' stories. Q Hussey, Max Ernst, do you have anything else to say before we end this off?
Easy one for Temper.
Easy win for Temper is Max Ernst's final words. Q Huss?
Can't win with fake proof.
Can't win with fake proof. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm only a judge. You know what I mean? I am only a judge in this situation. And frankly, I'm one guy. I am one opinion. I am one perspective. I am one guy. So here is what we are about to do. I am going to give you viewers 3 options. And before I give you these 3 options, please, from the bottom of my heart, I beg you to make sure you are neutral when you think of this. I'm not on any. I'm not on Maxton's side. I'm not on Q Hussey's side. I am in the middle because I have no goddamn clue what actually went down. Based on the info you've heard, based on the stories you've heard, the facts you've seen, the realisticness of each story, ladies and gentlemen, the viewers, it is up to you to choose who is the F-top winner this season of Factions. Here are your options: Temper wins, Empire wins, or it's a tie. Now, I'm going to add in it's a tie just because, like, I know how I'm feeling, and I'm like I said, I'm completely neutral. I don't think it should end in a tie, but I'm going to give you that option just to see if anyone wants to say that. If you want to put reasoning for your option, that would help me as well. So it won't necessarily be which one has the more votes. It'll be the quality votes that makes sense with the explanation you give in your comments below. Leave your comments below. You could be featured whenever we do the official announcement. It'll probably be in tomorrow's faction slot when we announce it. And again, be neutral. I don't care if we win. I don't care if they win, because in this sense, it's whoever worked the hardest and did it legit and made it happen because they're the better faction, not because they're on our side or their side. That's not what this is about. This is about finding out who did it legit and who did it truthfully. So that's it. In the comments below, that's really all I got. Max Ernst, Q Hussey, regardless of who is right, thanks for coming on to give your side of the story. I appreciate your time. I wish you both the best of luck, and regardless, you guys have both put a ton of time into the Archon this season, and on behalf of myself and the team, we really appreciate you guys playing. So thanks a lot. Yeah, that's everything I got, boys. We'll talk to you all later, ladies and gentlemen, and leave a comment below. Let's hear it. Who's gonna win this season of F-Top?